have taken the first map check. What's Dust 2 in review?
I think at least we've seen all the individuals showing up in a big way, right? We can see that both teams are here to play. Both teams don't want to let this one slide. And well, as we move into Mirage, I think both teams have a pretty good shot at taking this matchup. OG, historically,
for a reason.
Yeah, but historically lose their own map picks. I want to get that one out of the way early.
Sure.
So get set for that third map of Overpass. Also, Vitality with Kyojin have only played this map once on record. It was against Big and they won it. So right now, those 1x bet odds leaning in favor of the international squad.
Yo, we could have a quick pistol here.
There's 4 on A.
Yeah, AXEC, 5v4. Shox is the only member of the server that's not going to be here, and Alexi's caught the walk-up. Oh, Misuta receives 2 of the 3 from Palace. Kyojin keeps at least 1 and keeps it even on ramp. Okay, maybe we slow down. Yeah, Valda's heading T-spawn, but a very chaotic start to our second map. Shox, will he be able to catch the Valda cross? He's continuing to walk.
Gonna hear the footsteps, surely. Yeah, he's called the rotation, so Apex can get a move on over towards that B site. And Shox can be on a very fast flank here. So he's going to secure this B call. Can't risk running, though. So it's on Apex to try and slow this one down. And he can't overcommit either.
Oh, so the bomb's late. Valda's not. Oh, a miss from Apex. Now they know the jig is up. And Valda's pushing quite quickly here. Apex is not prepared for it.
Shox can't miss here.
Yeah, he has to hit the first headshot and has. And from behind, Valda strikes a one-on-one. Shox has the kit, though. I wonder if Valda's going to account for that on the fake. It is just a fake. Will Valda call the bluff entirely? Oh, he's not ready for it. On the right side, he nearly adjusts. It's Shox to take it. Vitality, another pistol in the bank, courtesy of Shox.
Yeah, getting fired up there as well, and he was instrumental in that one, calling the rotation, securing that it was that B bomb site, and then winning the round on his lonesome. Great stuff, and kicking Vitality off in a big way. That matchup of Dust 2, I'm going to feel like they're going to be unhappy they let that one slip. Couldn't have got closer. Some very good signs from both teams.
Overtime.
I think one that we want to keep our eyes on here is Flames, who obviously he was missing in terms of the overall frag impact, and we were always questioning how he was going to start delivering once he gets into playoffs. Remember, he's another one of these new kids on the block. The same with Kyojin. Monitoring the 2 performances from those individuals is going to be key. And, well, we've gone into 5 Galils. Who won the pistol?
Yeah, I mean, take a look at that left and right comparison.
That is wild.
Didn't even get the bomb down, did they?
Yeah, they did.
No, Nico did, yeah, just before he lost to Shox.
But this is the thing, right? We've always had this in the back of the mind that these type of buys are possible with the Galils, but most teams try and prioritize a bit of utility. OG are just doing it with their bodies now. 2 players through the underpass, 1 out Palace, 2 up ramp.
If Apex is late, I don't think he's going to be looking towards connector in time. They're already up. They're already up, and the warning shots are hit. It's the FAMAS of Kyojin that comes up big. Zywoo from the dark position. It's only 1 Galil frag in the feed. Everything else going Vitality's way. And OG, I'm afraid they're sent back to T-spawn with nothing more than shrapnel and a frag for Nico. That death did seal his fate. I will make it his 3 frags in the round and into this map. Vitality, though, given a nice bit of breathing room.
Yeah, you'll take that as well. 2 free Galil upgrades. It's nice. Sure, it's not AK-47s, but the Galils, they're still handy, especially on the CT side. You got that 35 bullets, good for spray downs against what will be this eco coming forward. And it felt to me, you know, that this buy from OG could have done a lot of damage. It was looking good, but Kyojin stopping them there, that was instrumental. It meant that all eyes could be turned over towards that A position. So great stuff from Kyojin in round number 2. And well, here we go. Apex getting aggressive, getting a bit...
The big meanie.
I was going to say jiggy with it, but I don't know if our audience would get that Will Smith reference.
Oh. It's actually going to work out nicely for Apex. I think he's going to have a super, super fast flank onto Nico and co.
Oh, he might get there before Shox. Hello.
Hi, everyone. Hello. And goodbye.
Okay, P2K finishes it off, and now we're going to get underway with the gun rounds here. 3-0, good start from Vitality here, not wavering against the 4-spy, converting cleanly in the follow-up. That is almost the perfect pitch you could be hoping for here. And now in the bonus round, 2 Galils, 2 MP9s, and an M4A4. Looking very, very good. And remember, we talked about Flames. We just mentioned we need to monitor his performance. We know what Man2 delivered in the last game. Game-winning, literally. So let's wait and see if he can turn up with the AWP in a big way here again. One of the problems, not a lot of homework that can be done on Vitality on this map for Alexi. Into Apartments, Palace has been pushed. Shox and Masuda continuing very, very fast. They've cleared it all the way out. And this B-split's coming. ZywOo in the vent. He's already grabbed one. This might slow things down.
Considerably. Ooh, oh, a lovely sound cue. Flames at least aware that there's no pressure short now. Apex is Molotov'd out. He's being very dynamic with his SMG positioning. They jump over him. Even trades a 4v3. OG have the site. They could very well continue to level this out. I think bomb's down. Valda won't be kept away by that. Instead actually using for a quick proc on the smoke. Man too aggressive. He's got so much util. He'd love to get that molly out, and he will. Suppressing fire does take down ZywOo. It's a prize scalp and a big commitment to the spray from Flames. His first frag continues to defend this B site. And they are just keeping him at bay. They keep poking and prodding. They're not letting them leave this kitchen without bloodshed. Shox is finally broken through, but time is of the essence, and OG will make good on their promise. 3 from Mantu with that AK-47. That's not just an AWPer you're looking at there.
Yeah, great stuff. The fact that they just turned that window into the tunnel of death, right? Isolating all the fights there and being willing to fight together. That's what you need to make sure you're doing. If somebody's going to pick, you all need to fight in a lot of these circumstances, especially when you're narrowing down the choke points like this. Molly lands. Okay, we're not worried about the kitchen door anymore. Let's take a fight. We've got multiple members picking, getting ready to get stuck in. Sure, the other side of that, everybody loses their jewel and it goes wrong. OG pull this one out and look at that nuke.
Oh! That's a double nade connection onto 4.
Oh, dearie me.
M4s are going to melt through OG now like butter.
That's so much nade damage done early. This is going to be so difficult for OG to operate in. They have to hit the clean heads here. If they get into any spray battles or get bottlenecked in a choke point, they're just going to get spammed on down. This is very hard to win.
Brave from Flames. He's gotten across. Flashed in. Shox isn't blind, though. It's a big headshot to deliver. Flames pulls it across the line. Okay, advantage OG. Here we go. Bombs B side. They still have Kyojin and Apex on A, and that is a lot of info. ZywOo catching the late tail end of the B pincer. It's only Masuda, and he's straight into Flames. ZywOo catching another from the apartments. OG just starting to disintegrate here. And a reaction from Masuda just completely locks down B. Nico was not ready for that. Mantu slinks away, but the bomb and the round is locked in. Kyojin very loud about that.
Oof, not going to get punished for it either here. He's going to get to live. He can just tuck away, wait for his teammates to back him on up, even though Mantu wants to hunt. Not giving a bar of this. I don't know what the best situation here is. Sure, save the AK. Fine, I guess, but overall, this one just, with the nades, it felt done as soon as they landed. Bit of damage to the economy, 14 HP, and yeah, it is looking like the save here. Kyojin's so far pushed up. I think he's going to go pick up a definite rifle, and he will. Vitality a little bit fragile in the economic department as they are, so just holding on to the 3, be able to drop some guns across, make this work, and for OG, it's going to get a little bit tougher. 3.8 for Nico, 3.9 for Alexi, Valda 2.5. They could buy, they can definitely get in with 3 AKs here and have 2 individuals on pistols with some util. So there's a case to be made, but very good response here from Vitality, and just with some well-placed utility. That's what we were praising OG for within that first half of Dust 2. Shox already 5 rounds to play, got 118 damage done with utility alone. Yeah,
those mid-nades were really quite brutal for OG to stomach. So Mantu saved that AK, and as you discussed, there's a conversation to be had. That's why we're seeing that extra timeout, just to weigh up their options.
It's like definitely a possibility, right? If Alexi goes AK head armor, Nico can do the same, right? Flames and Valde could go P250 with Kev and Yuto, and they can make something work. And that way they could at least level out the cash. Next round, they're going to get 2,900 as the loss bonus. So maybe they could think, we'll just take a save on this one. Everyone will be able to buy next round. Nico or Alexi can drop man to that AWP, and we just get underway with the game plan.
They'd rather have all the bells and whistles. It'll just be conservative around the saved AK. Make no mistake, Mantu's got it in him. He has the capacity for the hero AK play. ZywOo has info, though, over the 2 smokes deployed in middle. You can still call that nothing's crossed top mid. Alexi crawling with a bit of a twist in the form of Mantu to trade off of his walking Glock. Mantu is the sharp point of this otherwise rather blunt object. So they'll try and set him up.
Oh, there's nobody here. They could stay on this boost as long as they want. I think with the setup we're seeing right now from Vitality, unlikely they rotate back into this. Apex is watching the window from kitchen. So they are expecting more of a B pop here. You've got Shox and Masuda both over towards the B apartments, and then a passive hold from Zyro and Kyojin just over towards A. So Mantu has been able to pip the gap here, but they're aware that this is open, so it's not going to be a common angle to clear. But Apex is walking into it.
Oh, that was everything. Nice find from Apex.
Very lucky to be alive.
Yeah, OG going to feel pretty flaccid for the rest of this one, though. Strolling on in. Masuta to collect. And there's 2 and 3. In quick succession, just swamping up the unarmored OG. 5 for Vitality. They are starting with a bang on the defense.
Yeah, looking very, very good here early. When it gets scrappy, I think when their economy starts to get pressured a bit more, that's where we're really going to see how some of these mid-round decisions are getting made. Nice little off angle here from Masuda there, just to mop them up with ease. Definitely not trying to clear that one. You're looking a bit deeper towards the van position. Just hanging out in that window and making it work. Here we go, 4 players top mid straight away. This one's looking fast from OG.
Yeah, and they're straight out, not going to be naded. This time, Nico, more than he bargained for. That Vitality double palace setup right out of the gates has just caught him off guard.
If OG don't react here, they're going to lose everything.
Yeah, quick stray. Falder heads over to deny a lot of window space. Apex has housed this pretty well so far. Looks like he wants to go through. Flames, the fact he's hearing presence. Alexi's through the smoke though, and he's opened up onto A. That's drawn Apex's attention in a very big way. The trade from Valder, and now we've got an advantage. OG, Zywoo burning. He won't be able to re-peek as the Flames are there. Mantu's posted up for the re-peek. It's Zywoo to best him. Kyojin's still on Tetris and still hitting shots. Valder can fend off this rotate. It's a very good opportunity to do so. He knows Zywoo was nearby. He's going to molly him out. Zywoo can win this. He's forced Valder through the Flames, and off angle adopted one to find its Flames. He's gone around the world. I like this. Bomb's not planted for him necessarily though, but Zywoo's not going to be expecting something so soon. Zywoo's got all the game sense in the world, but he won't be reading this, will he? Part of me started to second guess it. OG will take it though. Flames wins the one-on-one, and a crucial one-on-one after all that hard work, after stomaching an early loss of Nico. It gives him exactly what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, and what I was talking about here with the reaction off of that early death, right, is if 2 players are pushing Palace, you have a pretty good idea that mid's weak. You wouldn't be going for a play like that if you were bolstering down middle at the same time. You can't be strong everywhere. So the fact that they've then slinked in through connector, played around the smoke, got into windows straight away, that's when they hit pause and play those rotations. And oh, just before the smoke lands, Zywoo gets a shot off. It won't connect.
They like this though. OG, good work from this early mid control in the past. Flames util dump has completely nullified and maintained control. They re-smoke window as well as connector and then head completely back to A. They pack their suitcase and head straight back.
Oh, this is going to be into the Apex Kyojin crossfire. We can see Apex on the balcony here. Kyojin over towards the back of the site, and Zywoo with the AWP here to help chip in as well. This will not be an easy exec by any means. They need to make sure they get this utility down perfectly. Otherwise, Zywoo is going to punish while they're dealing with these close-range players.
Alexi on your Mac 10, some Galils. This is still far from pristine for OG's buy. Let's see if they can make up for it in execution. Walking into the domain. Crossfire, previously discussed. Kyojin's actually going to drop a smoke as they cross through.
Haven't cleared Apex.
That's nice to isolate. He's up though, blinded by Nico. They haven't cleared Apex, you're right, and he's making a bit of a meal of it. Chance on Sandwich, push through the Flames. Alexi's burnt down. Zywoo now Mantu connecting as well.
Oh.
And Shox, he could do a lot of damage here. The plant is right in front of him, if only he knew. The smoke obscures his view. And 2 remain in this 1v3. He has gracefully navigated to CT. And if he does a hard clear of Alexi, if he was to scope in now, he hasn't. Now it's all about the reaction and the aim. Hard clear. Alexi's ready. 2 easy. OG make it 3.
Okay, that's a huge round to win. I think money now is in question for Vitality here. And I think with Apex alive for so long, you start to get really worried. How many is he going to take? Just the one, and then done. Alexi with the Mac 10 and the Molly follow-up clears out the site. They get the bomb down, and that right there is huge from the in-game leader. 3 kills in a big way, and the frustration for Apex there.
I mean, you can see how differently that round feels if the molly from Alexi isn't there. ZywOo swings at the same time as Apex. They're double sandwich death. The round's over. Vitality 6. So, Monumental's claw back for OG, and it means that they're actually going to be able to close the gap almost entirely. This looks like 4.
Yeah, it's still Mac 10s though, right? So it's still a fragile buy here. But the fact they are only up against these upgraded pistols, 4 of which, 2 P250s, 2 Deagles, means they should have an easier time of things. And right now, the avenue into B is open. Mollies are good. Flashes, smokes are all there as well, and they'll bound on out for free. Oh, look at this. That is perfect. That is what you want. When you do a set piece into a bomb site, again, an anti-eco round, that is exactly what you want. That is beautiful stuff. OG, 1 round in it now. And that just happened in the blink of an eye. This is 3 on the trot after the 5-1 start out the gates from Vitality. And they will be buying back in, but guess what? No AWP for ZywOo here. How much of a factor is that going to play? They're going to have to get a bit more aggressive with their rifles around middle. Util not great. We're only talking 2 Molotovs. We got 4 smokes. Shox does not have a single piece of utility to his name, and there's no kits, so post plants will get difficult.
It's OG's turn to send 2 to Palace early. And Misutsa very, very early on his aggression. He's gone and taken full control of the B apartments.
No finishing B. Definitely no easy finishing on B, so that's a great little push early, and so's this. They're giving a lot of space right now, OG. Look how passive they are in this default. Alexi B, this is a very difficult angle. They do walk out under your crosshair.
He wins it out against the Woo. The CTs, in absence of utility, have had to try and use their bodies, but it's only resulted in an OG catch.
Oh, but they're coming A. There's 3 players still here. Kyojin could get a couple kills here.
He certainly could, and he's completely hidden from Alexi's elevated position. Trade from Flames. They might just go on this. Yeah, drops the bomb. He wants to take space up to Tetris. Shox tucked in on that ninja position. He's going to get wall bang. Damn, Alexi full and diligent clear on the spray. Mollying Apex out as well. This is 2 back-to-back spotless takes from OG. 1 on the anti-eco. This is against the weapons, though. And he's even faking it out. He doesn't have the answer as to Misutsa. Why risk it?
This is beautiful stuff. It's clean, right? This is what you want to see. They look well rehearsed in the executes, but even here in these maneuvers, this is the positive, is that they're not rushing it. They're making sure they're trading efficiently. They're not running into it, exactly like you just pointed out with Alexi on that fake. They're not giving an inch right now to Vitality. And that's what they need. They're showing the tenacity in the rounds to take the fights, but they're also keeping it clean when they know they need to.
Yeah, and it was the spacing as well. You saw from Kyojin's POV, there was no way for him to get more than 1. There was 3 players coming his position, but because of just the natural positioning and spacing of OG, Flames got to swing in with all the info and the advantages in the world. Hitting his shot certainly helps, but there you go. OG 5, Vitality the same. And that's 4 in a row now from the international roster.
Yeah, and right now we're looking at 2,900 as the loss bonus. I'll let you guys at home do the maths because I keep screwing it up, but it's going to be just over 3K for the majority of the members here. Now, it's not enough to buy on the CT side, but it is enough for a couple of light purchases. We could even be talking about a SMG with Kevlar if they really want to get spicy with things, but I'm expecting almost Deagles across the board with some smokes as the most likely option.
Will we see the CZ75 return to the fray? Would it just be something as simple as the kill reward?
Just make it 300 a kill.
It's
That's
back.
it. Yeah,
but we don't see the 5.7 that much either. Like
that's true. The snapping turtle doesn't get a lot of show. I think
because the P250 is just cheaper and does the same.
And it's just I think that the P250 for a lot of people seems to it's very versatile, right?
Yeah. I saw a clip on Reddit of the old P250, and that thing used to pump. Still very, very good bang for your buck. Ooh, aggression. Misuta's walked straight up mid on this smoke. He's planning to advance as well. And he's cleared out. Flames, big opening on the only rifle in play. They call upon Misuta, and he delivers. Now what?
I think they're going to try and take some space towards A. Alexi's no secret about this, and Alexi's feeling it right now.
Yeah, but ZywOo did land the dink. Nico does manage to catch Apex before he descends and disappears. Full util dump from Nico. He's trying to stop them from getting into comfortable positions as he strays into the site himself. The bomb's on its way as well, as is the entirety of Vitality.
Might get a
This is
knee
a good
here.
clear. Oh, Shox turns his head, avoids the bullets, and takes the shot. He's done it. At least enough to keep Valda's head turned. Misuta, unfortunately, unable to finish. And right down to the wire. Vitality with a single rifle, keeping OG on their toes.
Bloody close right there. Everybody gravitated back towards A after that kill exchange with Nico. And
did Kyojin bang it? Let me see.
he's come through and...
nice.
Oh,
damn.
that was instant.
Yeah.
Nice trading right there. Alexi getting fired up. The lovely locks looking good. And this is a great looking OG right now. Bloody 5 to 6.
Oy, oy, oy. Zywo gives him a little warning shot. Lets him know who's boss.
Alexi's really feeling himself. Like, look, now he's over towards B. He might just even walk on in behind this molly. Like, he's doing that perfect in-game leading where you're feeling the game.
And if he sees nothing, he may start to get us a little sneaking suspicion as to what they're up to. The trajectory of the smoke indicates Masuta was short side. Zywo is aggressing middle, and Mantu's posted up for this. His reads for the game, strong. Zywo's just better. Slither gaps on both of his shots that have connected onto Mantu. He does convert off the initial tag from that ramp fight. And Masuta is repositioned as well. Alexi's crosshair is so far off the mark. Masuta, if he times it right, will have a freebie. Conversation time for OG. Alexi returns with a full sack of util to top of middle.
Interesting. They definitely want to finish B right now.
Yeah, but they want to fake something. Look at the smoke lineup from Valda. He smokes window from B apps, maybe?
I'm not sure, but Shox has just re-smoked B, so if they do want to finish B, it's not going to be easy.
Okay, so it's Alexi that smokes off the window. Zywo's fallen out of the active hold.
No one's watching
No
this.
one's looking. Oh, checks just in the nick of time. Alexi tried to disappear. It's Masuta called upon. They're all there. Really, really is struggling for health. I'm not sure they'll get more than the bomb plant here. Zywo 2, make it 3. And Valda's 7 HP. No, Zywo's in the kitchen. Apex and Kyojin from the other 2 avenues of assault. And they'll just start to tighten the noose together.
He knows where 2 of them are at least. Oh, back turned. Too easy for Apex. That's everybody's favorite type of kills. Backpedaling, low HP, a couple of bullets, and that's all she wrote. Great stuff from Zywo there. The timing, right? I'm sitting there watching the radar. Nobody's looking towards connector. Nobody's looking towards connector. Oh, Zywo just swings on out. Sorry, Alexi. You're not going to be getting away with that maneuver by any means. Surprisingly, money's still really good for OG. Now, they had 5 in a row. Now they've been stopped. Mantu has 15k, and this one right here, you can look at that and you go, but Mantu was watching it the whole time. One of the things is when you're on the T side and you're doing a default and you're passive, you have to sit and stay laser focused at your crosshair to expect a pick for what? The better part of 55 seconds. If you're the CT, you know your intent, right? You're going 3, 2, 1, then you're picking in, and it's more mentally prepared. So a rough fight for Mantu, but good stuff from Zywo.
And he can just overstep your tight line as well and peek back into you with all that info.
Precisely.
As we saw Mantu's elbow get knocked clean off.
So much, they put so much on Zywo. It's fantastic to just be able to have this guy and say, hey, solo hold middle. Because that's what he's doing, right? He has to deal with top mid, underpass. If they get out mid, they're going to flood all over him. The rotations have to be perfect. He even will have to go back and check window every now and again.
He's holding it. He's doing it all. And Mantu dispatched to clear it. Just as Mantu arrives, Zywo vacates. They're flashing for Info Palace. Interesting. Nico to be tested off that.
We called it clear.
And they're coming up through Connect. Oh, Nico. He's caught a perfect timing. Kyojin just dipping down the ladder as well. And they're coming through. Contact now. Even trades. Kyojin spotted on his ramp hold. He's not going to get caught with the molly. Awkward. Oh, dear. Zywo, yes, he's caught the nade, but now man advantage, and Kyojin extends the play. Zywo keeps hitting them. A missed no scope, but he's vacated into the smoke. Now the shot has been connected. Mantu 1v3. And they're both CT. Oh, he's not going to be able to break through that AWP. It's a missed shot from him. No, Shox will hit. And so Vitality 7, OG 6. They are starting to run out of funds. I say that. Mantu and Alexi still flush for cash. Look at this replay again. So this is what was happening as we were jumping over to the Palace side. It's the next frag that really changed things, though, and that was off Kyojin.
Yeah, it got really messy there. And we could see, it was Counter-Strike timing all over that round. The connector fight, there almost was. Then Nico, if he was, this is the thing. Just a split second, or not even half a second, a split second, he catches Kyogen going down the ladder, he catches Kyogen turning his back. Either way, could have been the difference maker because he couldn't find any impact, right? His job is to clear out that angle to make that avenue of assault for OG up connector easier, and he just couldn't find anybody.
And then as soon as he did find somebody, he thought he spotted him cross deep towards the T side, and it makes sense to be thinking that Kyogen just had other plans. Peeks on him as he pulls out the Molotov, and a nasty death for OG to concede. So that's nice. That's 2 in a row as well for the defense. Brings their total up to 7. And the HFs are in the chat. We go again.
Ooh, Alexi's dropped something here because he's found himself with a Galil. Nico's into a Deagle. There's some AKs around in the AWP again. Now, Mantu not finding that same level of success on this T side as what he was on Dust 2. Now would be a great time for a bit of impact, and the double AWP setup seems to be preferential for Vitality. ZywOo again, pretty much on his lonesome here, just playing around a one-way in mid. Apex can help from connector, at least he's close. Kyogen playing more of a retake setup from that ticket position. And a static hold here from OG, just very, very passive. Nobody peering on down for ZywOo's aggression. He is getting the luxury of just getting mid-control time and time again. This is wild.
Yeah, it's a lot of freedom for ZywOo, just stretching his legs up top mid, and Alexi's passive hold, you can see there from the check-in.
They're reconfiguring back towards an A set piece here, I think. Everybody moving through T-spawn now. Nico's been in apartments. I think they're well aware of that. Flames ready to entry on A ramp. And if it is an A set piece, we might actually see a retake out of Vitality here. They're not even in a position really to slow this one down, and they don't have the util either.
Double AWP retake, though. Notoriously difficult. So let's see if they can at least keep the numbers level on this take. Here they come. Apex, he's pushing forward and he's unchecked. Nico, the bodyguard, keeps things flowing in the right direction. Valda the same, bomb down. OG trying to tie things up, and as we discussed, double AWP's not the weapon of choice for a retake like this.
Might just be the save, and it looks likely here as we already see them starting to slink on back, having a scamper with those AWPs. And that's the thing. This is the reason I thought it was just going to be a full 5-on-5 retake. For both Kyogen and Apex to push on in, it's super risky. They'll probably get one and done for each of them in trade, and here they got nothing. So that's the absolute worst that they could get out of a scenario like that. I like the fact they tried to fight, but it is so difficult. The reason that these A executes are great, and the reason that, you know, I'm one of the people who are like, can we get bloody Mirage out of the map pool, is because teams with those set pieces are so refined, right? The flashes are perfect, the mollies are there, the smokes are great. It's very rare you see somebody mess up an A execute on a map like Mirage.
Yeah, and you could see just how small of a window it is to try and destabilize it. Apex, he pushes through, fully blind, through a smoke, to sandwich, and he doesn't get checked, but he's of course held by one of the other 5 flight paths of that OG execute. So he had a very small window to thrive, as you discussed, good for 1, perhaps. Final round of the first half then.
This is a great half from OG again here. An absolute great half on the T side here at Mirage. They walk away with the half lead. Could be looking good to get this one done in 2.
Oh, and then right into the opener. Vitality. Take 1, hop. Towards ending the half 8. Oy, quick flash from that CT info peak. It's Masuta's short-lived face that was shown.
Looks like they're just going to stand and wait here in these B apartments. Flames is tasked with clearing their avenue out. But some of the problems are not about deciding which bomb site they want to hit. It's trying to work out if Vitality have gone aggressive. We can see that's not the case, but OG have to operate under the assumption that maybe some pushes have come through. You have to see how diligent they'll be in all the clears here, and that's going to siphon a lot of time off the clock. They've just run boosted Mantu out and towards middle. ZywOo floating around Cat. This could be very, very big with that AWP if they try and split A.
Valda being up in the window does open up the conversation for jungle. Shox is aware of it. 35. They are going to have to hurry up. Molly short implies a commitment, and they are. Through the smoke, up the stairs, they're into A, and Shox missing his first. He won't get many more opportunities. Double Molly, he has to fight wide. Apex contributes, a new line of sight adopted, but 3 members of OG start to converge into the three-man defense. Can they break them? They're trying to plant. It should be stopped. It is. It's only Flames now. Has to find Kyojin. No time for this. Just about. He can't plant. Shox is missing his first, and there we have it. 8-7. Mirage is just as much of a bloodbath as expected. The semi-final does continue as we keep throwing OG up against Vitality after the break.
Like the extra
It's actually hard to hit each other. Don't!
Oh, hit the chicken behind you.
Hit the chicken.
No! No, the chicken, bro. Hit the chicken. You'll get
Want to eat the chicken?
What chicken, bro?
You have a chicken on the right, you see on the game.
What? What?
Yo, bro. Bro.
Yeah! Yeah, good luck, bro.
Man, I'm actually... I don't have a decoy. No, I have one too.
Luck, bro.
What?
I killed you. Body shape like cola.
Yo, catch these hands, cut! Oh!
No! Seems like a real fight.
What happens if you press right click on the knuckles?
Yeah, you do like a superhuman punch, man.
You can flying. Karate.
Oh, you're going?
You actually do super punch.
Whoa!
Oh, the man!
No, I'm so bad at this because I have 3.6 cents.
Oh,
That's
bro.
good.
No!
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you got him. Oh, that went through me.
Yeah, I did.
Wait, Nikos.
Your mom's.
Fuck!
I'm so bad at this.
Get the chicken!
No! That's my first kill.
What?
Oh,
That was
guys.
the longest arm ever.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw you reached up. Man, you can double kill.
Okay, we won.
Our group stage performance was really good. We beat the best team in the world, Gambit, and we almost beat G2. We just missed Vertigo first games. I mean map. It was a bit on loco, and we feel confident.
The semi-final rages on between Vitality and OG. We're flying through and getting ready for the second half of Mirage. It's Vitality taking to the attack. OG on the defense. That's on the right-hand side of your screens. Our machine, he's Sponge. And this is potentially the final map between these two. I don't know if it's within OG's wheelhouse to close it out here on the defense.
Well, we've been saying rather they're their own biggest enemy, and I think right now
Exactly.
that they're on the cusp of being able to close, we might see some of those nerves really start to shine on through. Masuda said they were feeling confident. Let's see some of that confidence now. The chance to set the tone here on the T side, and all 5 of them very quickly over towards B. They've equipped Shox with the P250 this time round.
Nico's had a very quiet game.
He's been bullied, hasn't he?
He has, and he's even got an incendiary on a pistol. What a try-hard.
Heard that a few times
I've
before.
definitely heard that one. It has bought time. And now there's 3 here to receive as the flames fade. I say 3, perhaps an exaggeration. Mantu underpass, and Zaiwu the hard track, and he opens up as soon as his boots hit the ground. Zaiwu is having a round. Only Alexi can maybe knock the head off of his shoulders. Another click could really help OG's campaign. Kyojin and Apex combine. Mantu takes his place, but these after plant positions are just so hard to break through. They'll give it all she's got, Captain.
Oh, he's out.
Yeah. There's one. Suiter's having none of it.
All right, well, Mansu's going to hold on to the Kevlar here. That's going to go well with his scout force buy in the next round, I'm sure. I don't think we'll see OG going for a conservative approach because this is going to be both pistol rounds in the second map for Vitality. Now, in the first map, they split them, right? This is looking very good for Vitality here. And if it is that forecasted force buy in this round right here and Vitality were able to convert that, well, we all know what happens. That 10 rounds can quickly become 11, and then OG... They're on that CT side with the economy that, it's a bit rougher.
Yeah, but we just saw how hard it is to track that player, especially when you know that how potent Zai was going to be as soon as his boots do hit the ground. Tracking that moving T target as 2 more targets to start to unload their mag at you, and then the rest was history. Pistol round goes Vitality's way. Good highlight, Chad, that this is going to be 2 pistol rounds for Vitality. Gives them a real leg up of taking us to 3.
And overpass next, that'll be a curious one. Mantu slept into the vent room here, hasn't gone with the scout. Alexi's actually using that from connector, and he's landed a tag onto Apex. All 2 here.
Yeah, they can swing. Oh, a missed shot. Nico's down as well. Just the one reported from his Deagle, and Valda. Way too much to deal with and contend with. He's just going to walk straight into the AKs.
Shredded.
And that is a very short-lived force buy.
Oof, that one really went from 0 to 100. It looked really, really good. They had multiple bait and switch setups ready to go, but they aim just better from Vitality. They're dealing with that even walking into the stacks. A great stuff. Flames looking to hold on to what he's got. And you can see Mantu still has 1350 in his bank balance, right? That was very conservative. He's going to want to get that AWP out in the first gun round, but as mentioned, we're going to have to wait a whole nother round of play before we even see that.
But this is, this is a perfect example, both the pistol and its conversion here on the force of how Vitality have gotten here. It's just, they have been a force to be reckoned with on an individual basis, in a level that we haven't been able to see in their recent attempts for deep playoff runs. So IEM Summer does seem like a good point to mark Vitality returning to a degree of form.
I think that what is the most impressive thing about the Vitality story is you just go back to early last year. The in-game leader leaves, they bring in a rookie, they turn their entry fragger into an in-game leader. Then they do the whole thing with a 6-man to make it they are definitely the most successful 6-man roster that we had with the Navarro experiment. Then they get rid of RPK, they bring in a new rookie, and now they're going for a deep run in a tournament once more and being competitive while doing so. That is impressive, right? The fact that they had a lull of, what are we talking, maybe 2 months? Maybe 2 months this year where things haven't been looking fantastic, maybe 3.
During the whole, we're replacing RPK shenanigan, we're getting a new rookie shenanigan. I mean, yeah, okay.
It's just redoing that, being able to constantly go through that cycle and then be competitive, right? And they've done it a couple of times before. Remember this roster, this team started with bloody Happy on the team. Remember that? We're going back a very long time.
Here they come, flooding in off the info Shox found, who is multiple pistols in mid, so they charge up the ramp. Listen to the amount of lead being pumped into Nico's boxes. Can't believe he's still not dead. There we go. The war of attrition is finally won. I nearly managed to say that word correctly. And the only shining light is the Desert Eagle of Mantu, who's just hanging out with the squad. Bomb ticking away for an 11th Vitality, though. This is the flying start that you get when we win both pistols.
I feel like they're definitely due a couple of gun rounds as well on the T side. When you consider Dust too, when they were doing, okay, Shox, you go lurk somewhere, or maybe you go take some space on your own, and then the other 3 or 4 of us will react off of that. They were able to, as long as they trade efficiently, they're able to snow. The execute doesn't even need to be pretty. It's just how reactive they are and how good their aim is getting onto those sites.
Ooh.
Alexi trying to die here. Most likely will with the bomb. Oh, okay, a little taparoonie there. Volde goes down with the blast. And look at that, filled with lead. Nobody's going to be buying tickets anytime soon. Here we go. The guns are about to come out. This is where we get into the real deal. Do OG have a fight to put up on this CT side? Or are Vitality going to run away with map number 2? AWP for Mantu. Not a defuse kit in play right now and no money to do so. Rifles for the rest of them here. And Util is looking pretty good as we get this one back underway. Would love to be a fly on the wall in Dan's room sometimes, just to watch, just to see what's going on.
Yeah, he's a sight to behold, is Dan Madesclair.
So they're doing that. Shox is lurking on his own. He was selling a mid fake. Now he's over towards B to do with the push. And the other 4 are just all with the in-game leader Apex. So the anime squad ready to roll out.
Just hanging out, letting Shox weave his tail towards B. So we can say right now, with conviction 2B, he had Nico firing off shots and the trajectory of Valda doesn't line up. Ooh, okay, Masuta. So an on-the-fly jungle smoke. He just walks out ramp on that. And he's clearing dark. Oh, Mantu, nice defense and support, but Kyojin has slipped the net. He could be swung on here. He may not be ready for it. Mantu flashed off and nearly fragged. Kyojin does nip at his heels. Oh, a big catch from Alexi, elevated over the smoke. Kyojin
but no kit.
Does have CT, and no kit is a big point of contention for OG. They're going to be hesitant to overcommit here if they can't find a frag and find it soon. Okay, Nico provides.
Here's the flank.
Did that get heard? Well, they know he's there now, but it doesn't matter. Shox will take 2 of the 3. Finished off by Mantu. And there's plenty of time for the full 10-second defuse. Okay, well, that is just a shining light at the end of a rather dark tunnel for the start of the second half.
Might want to keep the pressure on here if you're Vitality, right? There's only one man surviving. They will have to drop guns. You've got plenty of cash going. So if you want to go for something a little bit more aggressive, maybe even go for some MAC-10s into a full set piece. You don't have to go for the MAC-10s. You can afford the full rifles here. But if they really want to just turn the screws, they can keep this pressure on. Because look at the buy right now. 2 MP9s, we got the FAMAS, and then 1 M4 with the AWP. So under the pump, OG really need to string this one together if they want to have any chance in this second half. This is a must-win.
Quick connector smoke. They're going for a B-pop. Apex loud in mid and keeping attention drawn that way. Does swallow a nade, but it's Valda that could be tested. He's dumped his util at the right time to at least buy time. Mantu in support with the big green, as discussed. But a bit of a cancel. Vitality not going to be overcommitting to that.
It's the right call as well, because Mantu cheated over, right? He wasn't towards that kitchen position, just cheated on over, backed him on up, and now this setup gets very curious for the CT side because they don't really have any A presence. They're banking on this as through middle at some point. Valda's even coming back on over at this point to help out window room. Strange read right now from OG. Don't know what the tell is. Another one. The first one from Alexi B over on Dust 2 was a curious call. This one as well. So many gaps at the moment.
Yeah, Mantu is going to be the early warning system, at least for the B side. Takes down Shox, and nothing more to report just yet. Apex trying to clear out Valda and Nico. He's been spotted out.
Flames is in the middle below him? What?
Yeah, he's actually hit the shot as well with the MP9. If he can get away from Masuta. Can't avoid the trade. Okay, now they charge through middle. Valda will try and react in time. Alexi's tucked into sandwich, so he should be able to catch some denial. Through the stairs could be a problem. They're across. Only a dink. Now Alexi fills the feed. A chance. They're tagged. And softened up for Nico's FAMAS. Bomb down. Zywoo uncontested. A 1v2 for the superstar. And he's not going to go down initially. First onto Mantu. Starting to get sketchy now. Oh, it's too easy for Zywoo. They ask him to clutch and they step into his crosshairs. Even recovering the AWP for good measure.
Oh, that one is really going to hurt right there.
This was
Opening
such
kill
an
goes
important
their way.
round.
The opening 2 kills went their way. This is a 3-on-5 to drop. Alexi's got 1 and a half between the 2 of them right there, and they're just not able to convert. That is a bad one to lose, and you can see the difference right there. Alexi knows it. Money's in the bin right now. Bin juice all over their feet.
All riding on that 1 versus 2, and it barely gets going, barely gets moving. Just it gets free 1v1s. And now, yeah, gonna have to swallow their pride and go for something a bit aggressive towards that ramp. A flash and a walk up from 2 of them. Kyojin fully prepared for this, and he's not going to mess that up.
I think this one might dissipate very quickly here from OG. 3 more kills, and Masuda's just looked away. There was a window for Valda to step into, and he does. Now it's just Mantu towards Sandwich, Alexi towards window. Head just exploded right in front of Apex there. And they don't even need the bomb, Alex. They're still in T-spawn. It's all good, guys. We'll just get the kills. Alexi let us know where he is now. May as well rifle through any timeouts that you have left, OG. 3 more rounds required for Vitality. The French looking good for that 3rd. Another important gun round about to get underway.
OG and their map pick. Story as old as the org.
I'm really curious if someone like to do the actual stats and to see how it shapes up, because I know it's difficult
And
to
it's
pick a
probably
map, but
confirmation bias as well.
Yes,
Every
yes,
time we
yes.
see them lose their map pick, we're like, I told you, you see, I told you so. Oh, big gap, and I don't think Alexi
Ooh-wee.
fancies his chances on that. There's an entire team on the other side of that crack in the smoke. Ambitious from Apex. Okay, so the same routine with a very different team position. They're all 4 up mid. Shock's the only on the extremity. Silence falls on Mirage. OG looking to recover from their shortcomings. Just walking in contact. Mantu has nothing to report. Ramp and Alexi getting a bit hot and bothered here. The nade is good. Forces into the fight. Zywoo's ready for it. And Apex is just ducked under Nico's aim. A flash is good. Apex turns it. He knows where they're coming from. Valda can really hurt them, and he has. Takes down 2. Flash for the repeak. Masuta still yet to plant, and now he's lost Apex as well. OG, 1 frag away from at least securing a compulsory 9th. Oh, couldn't quite evade the flash. No one's pushed on it. He wants to find Nico, and he can focus his attention CT. He's isolating the jewels. He's done well to find the first. Tucked in. They're coming in. It's all Masuta. Clutches up for Vitality, and OG's world is shattered.
That is so nuts from Masuda. Check out that spam control under pressure right there, and the fact he just postures forward this entire time. Standing in the open here, just using that triple box as cover for behind, and then simple as you like, over the black smoke at the molly.
2 headshots, Chan. 2 headshots. Masuta is in the semi-finals, and he gets the approval of a legendary name there. Shocks. 2 thumbs up from him. Masuta has put a 14th on the board for the French.
Well, Valda's force bought into this. Look at all the pennies he's spent.
Oh,
$0 in the bank balance. M4. There's a couple of pistols around it. I'm not sure exactly if that's the CT side of call you want, but Valda's taken this one into his own hands. He's already pushed B apartments.
He's frothing at the mouth. This is a Viking rage we're witnessing now. He's going full Olaf. He's popped his ult. And now we'll see how far he can get with this hero M4. Maybe he could catch the Inquisitive Shocks. It's a predictable line for Valda to be fighting. They're trying to bait him in with the smoke, and it's working. Ahead of the smoke, Shocks is wise to their games, and there he goes. In the off angle, Valda reveals the M4. Will that slow them down or speed them up?
Looks like they need to pick up that bomb, and they have done. That's on Zywoo's back, and he's heading over towards A, so they're trying to avoid this M4.
Right decision to make, but these crossfires are going to be pretty hard to break.
Smokes are fading now. Both rifles are on B.
Valda is taking space. Bit too late, though, to contribute. And Nico's peak for info is not rewarded. Mantu. Lexi cleared out. Oh, this is great recovery from Vitality. Not falling foul until Flames fills the feed with the FAMAS. Take your
This
time.
flank from Palace
Take
is coming in.
Yeah, it's a long, slow process. Masuta's at least considered it, and at the perfect time, the Clutch Master snaps another head. 15, Vitality. This T side is completely locked down, OG. They've got 1 defensive round to show.
And that was
their troubles.
Was Mantu with a 1-on-1, remember?
Yeah,
He
God,
had
and
to,
that was so
Shocks almost
sketch.
had the 1-on-3 from Connect, and Mantu had to close that one out. Flames has to save this because he needs to give Valda a gun into the next round of play. So even if he wanted to go for this attempt, there was no way about it. He needs to play the team game here. Vitality have looked fantastic. And this is the thing, right? We mentioned it yesterday. One of the problems with Vitality, or at least if you're preparing for Vitality, it's still so new. So a lot of the stuff they're doing looks like it is in flux, right? Because, well, we don't have enough demos, enough footage to really go and review. And they're really using that to their favor here. I'm just loving this 4-man wolf pack that Apex has. He's got him and the 3 youngsters. Come on, boys. I'll go out there. I'll get the entries. You guys just have to trade off of me, right?
Finish the round.
And then you have Shocks doing what Shocks does best. The reason he was brought into this team was to be the closer, the individual to come in late, to sell the fakes, to be a bit of a lurky boy. And now, in round 24, potentially the final round of play, he's operating with a MAC-10, so might be a quick one.
Well, they've hit the button. The double orbs come out. 8 required in a row. The double flashbang completely locks down Alexi's contribution early. They got 2 orbs posted up mid initially. It looks like Mantu floating towards B as Valda's feeling the brunt. A very aggressive push. Look at that from Shocks. And he's opened up the proceedings. Dropping smokes on the site. He's going to try and isolate. Alexi through. Shock's knocked off the site. Zywoo's still laying down fire from the apartments. And he's got the bomb on his back as well. He will not be allowed to retreat. He hears him. Flame's not ready for this. In that blind spot. He does catch him just in the nick of time. Okay, well, just need to do that 6 more times.
Easy. Easy, right? Well, Vitality they can buy again, right? There's plenty of cash for them at this point. They likely have 2 more buys in a row out of them, even if OG want to start this comeback. But there you go. Timeout has been called. Chance for Taz, the coach of Vitality, to say his piece here. And they did identify they were up against 2 orcs because Alexi B got some kills there with the AWP. That means that Vitality will be able to call against that with a little bit of extra info. Haven't purchased anything just yet, Vitality, right? So the call, it's still completely up in the air, and if they wanted, they can take a couple more timeouts. The buy is starting to come through. Apex is straight into that AK. I think the rest of his teammates will follow. Same looking buy here. So Mac 10 for Shox in the last round. He got space with it, but didn't secure the round. So now back into the big boy guns, and Zywoo back onto his AWP. Here we go. How many more times can OG deny this one and keep themselves in map number 2? And 2 smoked off, flashed off, nothing he can see. Run boosted out, Apex making that space.
What he does best. Ooh, they are contesting ramp, at least flirting with the idea. Good way to utilize that double AWP and aggression. Kyojin's already slipped the net. Nico dropping his smoke very early into the piece. It's Apex walking through early. Flames passes his test. Bombs top mid. They have full control. Kyojin the ladder. Zywoo up towards the chair. Shock's in the apartment, so anyone that jump peeks once that smoke fades, or just a wide swing is straight into Nico's crosshair there. Puts Kyojin on his bottom. A 3v5 though. If OG let this slip, I swear. They've done the hard part. Now just to cross the finish line. Vitality to go against the odds. I love this angle from Valdo. Hard to maybe find lethality when they're running, but he does all the same. And that was the bomb carrier. Couldn't get better than that. Oh, 1 down. Nico's got help in Mantu. Baited. Could get double peeked. He's got a lot to contend with here, and he's fallen as well. No way.
Double up retake.
Yeah, it gets sketchy if they don't find that shoulder. Mantu contributes. Masuta left to clutch up again. Another 1v3. He's cooking it up. Looking to be the closer. We knew he could be. Another from Masuta. The semi-finals, just another embodied performance of this rising star, and it's going to be Alexi B, the next victim. Masuta clutching up another one. Making a name for himself here in the semi-finals. Love to see that. I'm sure Vitality and their fans do as well. And to separate these two, we need Overpass.